Godly Hustle Gang, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to even click on this video, to even see what this video is going to be about. I'm so grateful that you did click, and I hope that you guys, learn something, or just, I don't know, just hear some, information. I'm not going to say information, but anyway. So I'm just sitting in the car in the park. The background is great. It's quiet. It's Sunday. It feels so good. Like, to me, like, this is worship. I've been sitting out here for like probably about 30 minutes now, and I've been listening to my same song that I've been telling you guys about. Just listening to it, the windows down, the the breeze feels great. Like, listening to that song and just really worshiping. And I was like, oh, you know what? So while I was worshiping, I was thinking about something. And I was like, oh, you know what? I could share a video about that. So I guess it's maybe like a story time. So it's, on my channel, I want to talk about entrepreneurship and lifestyle. And so with lifestyle, I really want you guys to like have some background on me too, because I have a lot of things that I want to share, a lot of things that I have been working on for about 3 years now. And I really feel like this is the time that they're about to blossom. When I tell y'all, for 3 years, I think it's 3.5 years. For 3.5 years, your girl has been grinding. And when I tell you, just getting certifications and things that's really going to help me build those multiple strands of income, like, your girl has been grinding. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I have not put in all the hard work that I have put in for nothing, to work out, for not one single thing to pan out. And I'm going to make several videos about this once I get started. But an opportunity just presented, an opportunity just presented itself to me that, y'all, I'll share that in another video. But so I'm like, with this opportunity that presented itself, like, it's just really put things in perspective for me. Like, I have been searching, trying to figure out, like, I don't know, what am I doing? One month I'm moving, the next month I'm not. I could never like pinpoint it, because I didn't have an actual location. I wanted to relocate. I told you guys I'm in South Carolina. I wanted to relocate. And in 3.5 years, no lie, in 3.5 years, I have tried to relocate 3 times, y'all. 3 times in 3.5 years. And every time it has just never worked out. I can never understand why. Like, I prep, I plan, I prepare. Like, when I tell you guys, I do a lot of things. And, I do a whole bunch of things, and it just seemed like nothing has ever panned out. Even with like the business adventures, that's what I used to think. I was like, nothing's panning out. I don't see nothing happening. Like, I'm putting in all this work, not because I want gratitude for someone, because most of the people don't even know what I've been doing and everything that I have been working on. I have been keeping my mouth quiet, and that's something key that you guys need to learn in your journey. You don't have to share every single thing that you're doing, especially when it's coming to something that's going to bring you multiple streams of income in. You want to make sure that you're grounded in it first and then share. So understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying withhold, and don't share information. That's not what I'm saying at all, because sharing is caring. We need to be sharing information. So I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, while you're hustling, while you're grinding, while you're preparing, that is the time for you to be silent. Because when you start to let too many people in, or you start to let too many opinions in, it just alters your whole thinking pattern. And ultimately, you end up not doing, or not chasing, or putting off what you were working on. So really, this is the time that you're disciplining yourself, you're training yourself, you're preparing yourself for the next stage. So what I'm finding and what I'm understanding and realize in this particular stage is that, those little sayings that you see all the time, that, a spiritual journey, you walk alone, it's lonely, it's the road, let's travel, because nobody wants to go through it. Nobody wants to put the mirror in front of themselves and see themselves inside and out, and then let God transform them, because it's a process. I'm telling you now, it is a process, but I'm telling you, it is absolutely well worth it. And those things, those moments, and those experiences from your past that help shape you and like help bring you to where you are currently now. Like, when you didn't have God, you looked at them as circumstances, situation, mistakes, just bad choices. You looked at it like that, and you couldn't necessarily see the goodness in them, but that God was still with you and blessing you, because you still got a job, you still got a place to stay, you still you're still making it, you know, and you all in one piece. So we know that God is still there, but the circumstances and the situation just seem to outweigh that. But when you add in God, it's like vice versa. When you add in God, it's vice versa. Your focus begins to just focus solely on God. You want to start shutting out people, shutting out opinions, you know, shutting out some of the things that you watch and some of the things that you listen to, you know, just really like limiting your conversation, really understanding the people that you're surrounded by. You know, your surroundings are extremely important and vital to your mental and physical health. So you want to make sure that you're in a positive space, you know. And so what I'm finding out through this process, what I'm finding out is, and it's so crazy to me, like, what I'm finding out in this process, and I'm talking about the bigger picture of it. When I say it, and when I say it, I just said that it sounds so crazy to me, and like I don't understand it, like, because I feel like I don't understand it because I'm thinking on a much bigger level, on a much broader scheme, just solely outside of me. And so what I'm understanding through this process is that throughout finding myself, throughout gaining confidence in myself, I know I'm talking with my hands, y'all, but you know, I got to, because I'm a teacher, okay? I know that I'm a teacher, so I'm a teacher, so I got to talk with my hands. So, what I'm finding out is that when you begin to take the time to focus on yourself, and when I say focus on yourself, I'm not talking about anything selfish. What I'm talking about is your dreams, your goals, your passions, you know, your visions, you know, your creativity, you know, your intuition, your womanhood, your manhood. Like when you start to think about yourself, you know, in that sense, and when you start to see where you are and you have a game plan and you know the person that you want to be, you know, you'll begin to start to shape your behavior, your lifestyle, your language, everything. You'll begin to shape, you know, everything around that person that you desire to be, because you see it, you know it, you feel it, like in your heart of hearts, you know who you are, you know who you are. And so that's what's happened to me. Like, I've actually stood in front of the mirror and seen the ugliness that I had inside of me. You know, I've seen, you know, I've seen what I've allowed the circumstances allowed me to see. The circumstances was allowing me to see my sins and past behavior and all that stuff. My sins was allowing me to see that. But with God and just spending time with him, he's shown me exactly who I am. You know, He didn't bring up my past. He didn't bring up what I've done and what I haven't done. No, he just showed me who I was. And it was just like, when I seen it, and I was sitting just like I'm sitting now. I was sitting outside at my parents' house, sitting outside in the backyard, and I was just thinking and just talking to God, you know, just me and him just talking. And a lot of times I talk in my head. I have conversations in my head, you know, so I'm just thinking and talking. You know, the weather was beautiful, the sky was great, you know, and I was thinking something totally different. And then all of a sudden I was replaying a conversation. That's what it was. I was replaying a conversation that I had with someone previously. And as I was replaying the conversation, and going back and reading what I had wrote in the text message, and I was actually talking to my boss, and I was telling her I'm just overwhelmed with the circumstances that I'm going through, the situations that I'm facing. It's just like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to stay strong. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm this, and I, you know, just talking to her like that. And that was through text messages. And as I began to read the text message again, and I was reading what I wrote, and I was and in my, you know, text messages, I was asking a bunch of questions like, why is this happening to me? You know, in my mind, I'm like, why is this happening to me? I'm trying to do right. This, that. And as I was rereading that conversation, and those thoughts was happening in my head at the same time while I'm reading those conversations, I began to answer my own questions. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it was almost like a picture came across. And it stood right, it was like a picture just came across, and I seen myself, like I seen my legit self. I seen myself at the weight that I wanted to be in. I seen myself grinding, hustling. Like I seen myself like this beautiful, amazing, incredible woman. And it wasn't like a cartoon image or anything like that. It wasn't anything that anybody had told me. Like, God put a mirror in front of me and he showed me exactly how he sees me. And that thing, y'all, it blessed my heart so bad. I mean, your girl was snazatched, okay? Yes, I did. I said snazatched, okay? I mean, I was beautiful. Oh, and I was just like, me, Lord? And he showed me all the things that he's called for me to do, you know. I'm a philanthropist, y'all. I'm just go ahead and speaking everything into existence. I got a fortune cookie that said my feet will touch the soil of many countries. I received that. I believe that wholeheartedly. When God showed me, it was like everything clicked, came into place, and I was like, okay. And see, the thing about that, we'll get lost there. We'll stop there. Yeah, he showed me, but I still have to put in the work. I still have work to do. And so that's what I've been doing these 3.5 years. And he just showed me this a couple of months. This was last month when I seen that. Excuse me. So last month he showed me that. But for 3.5 years, y'all, I have hustled. But now it's time for me to really get in and start enjoying the fruits of my labor. I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna have to probably try to correct it, but I have so many different ideas. I have multiple business plans, y'all, multiple business plans and multiple businesses that I have already started. Like I told you guys in videos before, my issue was always finances. I never had enough finances. And you know what, you guys, in my videos, I want to be super transparent with you guys. I want to be really transparent with you guys. And so I'm gonna insert a picture of my paycheck. This is my actual paycheck. I have one job, and I'm gonna show you guys how I've been doing. Not even how I've been doing. I'm gonna show you guys my income. Like, that's just the bottom line. I'm gonna show you my actual income that I bring in on the 1st and 16th of every month. I know what my paycheck is gonna be, and this is for 3.5 years. And when I start telling you guys, and when I start making the videos about the businesses that I've started, the certifications, when I start showing you guys the video, y'all gonna be like, how you was doing that off of them? Girl, I don't know. Nobody but God. And y'all, and other videos that I'll incorporate, you know, I've cried to God so many times. Y'all just don't know how many times I have laid on my face and just wailed, because I'm like, Lord, I'm not understanding, Lord. And you know, it was hard, you know, it was extremely hard. But he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Oh my God, he's an on-time God. When I tell y'all he's an on-time God, and I'm just really excited to start actually, you know, having this stuff, like everything come together, and especially with this opportunity that has presented itself to me, which just blows my mind. And I'm going to tell you guys about that coming up. I want to say this is August. It's kind of a busy month. Yesterday, my cousin got married, so we was out of town for that. Next weekend is our family reunion, so I'll be out of town for that, and then school starts back. So I'm gonna say maybe around September, 1st of September, middle of September at the latest, I'm gonna share with you guys what this business opportunity that has presented itself, that not only blesses me with another strand of income, but it also just solidifies and just brings everything together that I have been working on. So when I tell y'all God has been blowing my mind, he has been blowing my mind. I seen somebody walking. I just want to make sure, because you know, you can't never be too. But anyway, when I tell you guys, God has been blowing my mind, and just standing up for myself, believing in myself, having courage in myself, having faith in myself, and believing and trusting in God, like, it's making this process easy. Like, one of the things for me is, like, I always had a hard time really just being my full, complete self around people. It was just, I don't know, it was just always so difficult, you know, for me, because my mind would always go to, like, you know, somebody's watching you, somebody judging you, somebody talking about you, like, you know, or just wondering what people think about you. And it's so crazy. And man, I hate that I'm recording on my phone, because I wanted to show you guys something. I just looked at it this morning. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and I'm gonna insert that, and it was talking about your your zodiac sign, and I'm a Leo, woo woo. And it was saying they were asking questions for each sign, and they was like, Leo, why do you care so much about what people think about you? And I'm like, oh my God, and what did I just tell you guys? I'm always worried about what somebody think about me. And I was like, oh wow, okay. Then it says that you try to win every argument. It says you try to win do you have to try to win every argument? And I can be argumentative, and when I can be argumentative is when I feel like I have to defend myself, when I have to be defensive. Other than that, I'm pretty laid back. But when I feel like I'm being attacked, when I feel like, there are accusations, when I feel like there are assumptions, like misunderstandings, like, lack of communication, when it comes down to areas like that, I can be extremely defensive because I'm trying to defend myself, because I'm trying to tell you and show you that I'm, just trying to show you and tell you that, listen, like, I don't know, I just get really defensive because, people will paint a picture of you a certain way, and it's completely opposite. It's completely opposite of you. And it's just like, dang, well, why are you trying to paint that picture of me? Or why do you have that perception of me when I'm not doing X, Y, and Z? Like, why do you have that assumption of me? But like, I don't know. And then it just makes me have to defend, like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I've done that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go down that list and have to defend myself like that every single time, So that's when you have to be confident in yourself. And what I'm noticing is, like, people kind of take offense to that. And it's just like, dang, like, when it's me on the line, when it's my feelings on the line, it's cool and dandy, it's whatever. But when it's someone else's feelings on the line, the show got to stop, production got to stop. And like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like, what I'm about is positivity, uplifting people. That's what I'm about. Like, I don't have time to try to intentionally tear somebody down. Yeah, I talk about people. Yeah, I've talked about people, but that's one of the things that I'm fixing and working on, within myself. Like, I rarely talk about people because it's like, for why? And then, when I think about it, I'm not even really talking necessarily about people. I'm just telling whatever the situation that happened between, or whatever I seen with that person. But ultimately, I want to cut that out too. Like, everybody is a work in progress. Everybody is going through something. Like, everybody is trying to figure out this thing called life. Like, why do I need to add on, to what you have going on? Because I don't want anyone adding to what I have going on, because I'm already struggling over here. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really about positivity. Like, I really am. And I'm really honing in and developing my skills on really moving forward to be the woman that I know I'm called to be. That's my end goal. Everything else doesn't matter. Like, this is beyond me. Like, yes, I am benefiting from this and I am gaining from this, and I'm also putting in the hard work and going through, okay? But this is beyond me. This is way much more than me. Like, this is for everybody. This is for all the women in the world, all the girls in the world. Like, that's my targeted audience, women and girls, because I'm a woman. I've been a girl, I have experience in those areas, so I can talk to you guys about that area. I can't talk to a man about how to be a man and what it's like to be a boy, I don't. So, I'm talking, my audience is women. But like, I'm here to help uplift, and let's rebuild. Like, let's rebuild, let's build the community. Let's do this, y'all. Let's stop tearing people down, please. Like, please, let's stop tearing people down. It's unnecessary, it's uncalled for. What's your end goal after you've torn this person down or that person down? I mean, are you really feeling good? Did you really get what you want? Did it feel how you thought it was gonna feel? No. So now you still feel like however you was feeling, and in the midst of that, you've hurt other people. Like, let's stop that. Hurt people. That is absolutely true. Let's stop that. Like, we have got to stop this cycle. Some way, somehow, we've got to stop this cycle. We are absolutely too beautiful, too talented, just too everything to be letting foolishness and drama and mayhem tear us down and tear us apart and make us look like a fool to one another. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Ladies, let's come together. Girls, let's come together, okay? We have all of these organizations that have already been started. Let's come together. Let's really unite. Let's bring our womanhood back together. I mean, we too fly. Even on our bad days, even on our rough days, baby, we too fly. We too fly for the foolishness, too fly for the drama. Let's be about getting this money. Let's be about getting this education. Let's be about getting our business together, okay? So when they come to us, you're gonna have to come correct, okay? You just gonna have to, you know, like we wear entirely too many hats, and we balance entirely too many things as women to be tearing each other down about the same exact thing that we both going through. It's just that my situation looks different than yours, but baby, we all battling the same thing. Like, why not? Let's come together as one. Let's work out these problems. Let's work out these issues. And the goal, and the only thing, and you know how to get that started? Focusing on yourself. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? What skills do you have? You know, what abilities do you have? What talents do you have? What's your passions? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are you good at? Like, we need every last one of you. Every last one of us. What are you good at? That's what we need to come to the table and figure out. What are we all good at? Then we need to divide up into those groups of what you are good at, and then we need to conquer and soar. And while you're busy building up one another, you won't have time for the foolishness. You won't have time for the drama. When you're busy bringing in the multiple strands of income, traveling like you want to travel, taking care of your family how you want to take care of, have the luxuries and things like that, God says seek him first, and all those things will be added unto you. And what does he mean by seek him first? That means seek yourself. Find out who you are, what you're made of. When you seek yourself, when you find yourself, when you take the time to find out who you are, all of those things will be added unto you, okay? That's what the word says. I can't make it up. Pick up the Bible and read it yourself. That's what the word says. So you want to know how to make it work? When you're in your groups, don't try to outshine nobody. The whole purpose of the group is that we need everybody doing something, okay? There is always work to be done. I've said that in multiple videos. There is always work to be done, honey, and everybody is needed. I don't care if you're good at sharpening the pencils. Every pencil needs to be sharpened, okay? It doesn't matter what you're good at. You are needed. Let's get together. Let's rebuild. Let's rebuild. I'm sick of all of this tearing down for what? We're all beautiful. Let's do this thing. We're all beautiful and unique. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here because, you know, your girl will go on a rampage. I started this video to tell you guys about something completely different, but this is what came out, so obviously this needs to be heard. So please give this video a thumbs up if you heard anything that encouraged you, inspired you. Also, don't forget, share these videos. If there's anybody that you know that needs to hear this, share the videos. Tell somebody, share the videos, because sharing is caring. Also, subscribe. Hello, subscribe. People be so nosy when they see you recording. He about to break his neck. Sir, I'm minding my business. That's all I'm doing, okay? But subscribe. What are you waiting for? Join the Godly Hustle Gang movement, y'all. You won't regret it. It's so much in store. But all right, I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. And yes, when I said next video, I will be in the same attire because I am in a glorious mood and I want to actually record what I was going to tell you guys about. So if you want to know what I'm going to tell you, what I was going to tell you, then holla. Let me get situated. Let me get back to the house, and it's still beautiful outside, so I will set up outside and I will record what I was going to tell you guys about. All right, Godly Hustle Gang.